dark navy shirt. I just changed like 20 minutes ago. That's why, and I said it out loud. I just drew a lot of attention to that. But I think I'm good. Anyway, 18, San Diego. My boss took me aside one day to have this talk with me, and I realized halfway through the talk that he was propositioning me. So I slept with him. No, I'm kidding. I didn't. I was just seeing you guys are paying attention. I did. I actually just joked it off. I didn't think a lot about it, and I was like, yeah, right, and didn't think a ton about it. And my rent was due the next day, and so I went in for my paycheck. And my boss wouldn't look at me, he wouldn't talk to me, and wouldn't give me my paycheck, so I just left completely humiliated and got kicked out of where I was living. And I thought, well, you know, I didn't have enough money. I was just living paycheck to paycheck, and I didn't have enough for a deposit on a new apartment, so I thought, I'll just live in a car, I'll get a new job, I'll save up, and I'll get back on my feet. But I had bad kidneys at the time, and I kept getting sick, and I didn't have enough money. I didn't have insurance for medication, and so I kept missing work, and I kept getting fired. And I ended up actually almost dying in the parking lot of a hospital because they wouldn't see me because I didn't have insurance. I almost died of blood poisoning when you get a really bad kidney infection. And then my car got stolen that I was living in. That sucked. But it wasn't in it, so silver lining right there. It was during this year that I had a very brief career in shoplifting. I don't say it to be glib, it's just true. It started with carrots, which apparently are the gateway vegetable. Because it led to the hard stuff eventually, you know. Peanut butter, crunchy kind. Apples, organic, the expensive stuff, you know. It was always food, which I rationalized, you know, incorrectly, but I rationalized it. And it looked like one day it would spread to non-food items because there was a sundress in a window and I coveted it. And I went in the store and I tried it on and I thought about figuring out how to steal it. And I saw my little paws on that price tag. It said $39.99, and I don't know what it was about those moments. It was just a very strange moment. It felt like a lightning bolt struck me, and I thought, well, when did I lose faith in myself? When did I stop thinking that I could earn $40 for myself? And I didn't steal the dress, and I didn't steal anything after that. And I started writing these lyrics that if you watch what your hands are doing, you can probably see what your life will become, because your hands are the manifestation of your thought. They carry out your thoughts. So if you're not that aware of your thoughts, you can at least see what your hands are doing, and whether they're writing songs or stealing things were probably two very different futures indeed. My life did turn around, and my husband and I were camping in the mountains of Northern California in 2001. And we had been up there about a week and came out on September 14th. And we saw this flag at half-mast on the ranch. And we thought maybe a local cowboy on the ranch had been hurt. And then we saw the next flag at half-mast, and we thought, gosh, maybe a local fireman had been killed. And then we started seeing these signs. You know, we're up in the middle of nowhere in the mountains, and just these dirt roads. We couldn't get radio reception. We were just really high up. And on these little teeny abandoned dirt roads, there were signs that whoever drove by, whenever they drove by, left a sign saying, God bless our country. And we finally got out of the mountains enough to see, to get radio reception, realized that the towers had fallen and that we had been attacked by terrorists on our own soil. And my husband and I sat there in complete shock and disbelief. And the DJ came on the radio, and he dedicated the song that I had written for myself at such a dark time in my own life, and he dedicated it to America at such a dark time in America's life. It was a very surreal, very humbling experience, and I'd love to play that for you. This is Hands.